And we have one more. Wherever you're joining, welcome, welcome, welcome to Happy Valentine's Day, and welcome to Spirituality Meets Politics. This has been an ongoing. We'd have this every Sunday. If you'd like to join us live on Zoom, please do. Our Zoom is 831-7553-8434 for our private conversation. And if you're watching, go ahead and take a picture of the screenshot so you have the Zoom, and we can see you there if you'd like to join us. We do the little bit of the intro live, and other than that, conversation-wise, because of censoring, we cannot talk freely, so we do so on Zoom. I'm Stacey Harder. My mother is Dr. Heather Harder, and she was guided to do this to be able to have these conversations, because really there's so much spirituality that's evolving into the political arena, and I think that it is time for everyone to step up into assisting and bringing out a healthier government for the world. So no matter where you are in the world, this is applicable. So I'd like my mom to take over. And if, by the way, you can always watch the replay on YouTube at Stacey Harder or Instagram, Stacey Harder. All right, Heather.
And subscribe to Stacey Harder's YouTube channel. We're trying to get at least 100 people subscribing. There we go. So subscribe to Stacey. And on Stacey's YouTube channel, she's also chosen to read my book, Many Were Called, Few Were Chosen, chapter by chapter. So you can hear the whole book being read by Stacey Elizabeth. And with that said, the number that you held up, was that for Sunday night?
It's the one right now for Sunday, yes.
Okay, it's for now. All right, and then we also meet on Thursday nights with just a spirituality, conscious living conversation. And so
that is the Thursday conversation is 428-733-218, and that's the same for every Thursday. And if you'd like to join us, we have a masterclass this Tuesday on energy. If Mom would like to do a quick little brief synopsis of what you can learn and how to tap into discernment, was one of the things I really remember, and how to read energies.
Yeah, it's not so much about energy. Most of us understand energy at this point in time, but it's being able to interpret it, to understand how to read it, how to glean information. Every cell of your body is both a sender and a receiver. And so, but learning how to perceive what you're perceiving is another layer of skill development. So we want to be able to interpret, to be able to understand, and then use, because there's a reason why we need to move into discernment, to be able to use into mastery with the energy, both in sending and receiving, because this is a time of deception, but your energy never lies. And so being able to I'm going to take that back. If you're really mentally ill and you think you're telling the truth, then the energy won't indicate otherwise. But as long as you understand that what you're saying isn't truth, the energy will tell the world that it's not true. So it's literally another step in being able to trust yourself, because you can trust what you're picking up from energy. So it's a very important skill. Some people have it automatically. People who are sensitive and what they call the empaths are picking up the energy, but they always don't know the rules of engagement. They don't understand how to process it and use it. So this is just another level of skill development. Bring your questions, bring your comments, and for 2 hours, we're going to focus on energy. All right, that's enough, Stacey?
Yes, and if you're interested, you can reach out to me. Again, it's $22. Tuesday, it's the same PM, so whatever time this is where you are right now, it'll be the same time, minus 15 minutes. So it's 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, with that, we're going to move into our conversation on politics. For those who've been with us before, we know that we have this little agenda. The first thing we do is we call in protection, guidance, and truth. It's really important to set your intentions for whatever you're doing, because that really is the force that starts the ball rolling. And for us, in this world of politics, it is important to always be protected, to be able to follow that inner guidance. And the more you ask for it, the more you get it. And then to recognize and be able to utilize truth, because there's so much misinformation. Some of it's well intended, and some of it is not so well intended. They really don't. Um, they don't want us to figure out what's going on. They want us to stay asleep and compliant. And so being able to discern, being able to recognize truth and use it is a way of becoming empowered. So we encourage you to join us. So with that, I would like you to just, in your own way, in your own time, call in protection, guidance, and truth. And this is just a very powerful habit to get into with whatever you're doing, whether you're watching TV or when you get up in the beginning of your day, or whether you're reading a book. Just always ask for those 3 magic ingredients and you will be well served. The second thing is we use the light, the love, God, light all carry the same vibration, and it's a very, very high vibratory force. And so as light workers, we're here to be a source of light, be a source of illumination for all the dark crevices of the world. And so we begin by playing in the light. And as I take you through this guided experience, you can do other things if you want, if you have other places that you want to do, but especially in the political arena, there is a lot of opportunity and a lot of need for light. So with that, we ask that the divine creator of all things great and good be with us to guide us through this experience. And we move to center. Center is the place of your alignment. It is where your source of oneness is the strongest. I like to see sort of a pillar of light. So as you move to center, whatever that looks like for you, it's an imaginary place. Mine looks like a beach because I love beaches, but I've had people have it look like their living room, their kitchen, wherever you feel safe, wherever you feel most centered, most balanced. Just go to that place and then imagine that pillar of light and step into it. And you'll feel just a little calmer, a little bit more serene. And remember that your body is the truth teller. Your body is the one that will indicate whether you are centered or whether you're off balance, not the mind, the body. So just move into it, feel a little bit more peaceful. And then, if you will, just imagine that light that goes all the way into the heavens coming down to you and through you, filling every cell of your body with light and love, and then going deep into the earth. We're here to anchor heaven to earth. And the more we can do it with a joyful heart, the more we serve the divine. And then we're going to imagine today sending that love into the earth, into the atmosphere, into the weather patterns, into the mass consciousness, into all the political leaders around the planet. And if you will, imagine every political office in every country, in every state, in every city, in every province. Just fill all these places where decisions are made with love and light. And we ask the angels to step into those spaces and make sure they stay filled with love and light. Make sure they stay filled with healing and balance. And in this world, there are a lot of beings in all sorts of forms who have their own agenda, who are not looking to bring healing to this earth, who do not want humanity to step into their power, They're quite happy being in control. But our job is to love them. All those who are working for their own agenda, their own personal greed, their own personal gain, we're just going to love them. Those who manipulate and control the earth, the weather patterns, the atmosphere, the mass consciousness, those who are intentionally trying to bring about control and manipulation, trying to bring about the doom of humanity and this planet. We're just going to love them, and we're going to send and assign an individual angel to walk with each one of them, just to keep them surrounded with love, so they know they're never alone and their actions are never hidden. And then we ask the divine, whatever level is appropriate, to make their actions transparent, to bring them out in the open for all to see. This is the time for goodness to reign supreme, and those who are working in the shadows of the world to be known. Everyone who has an elected position, whoever has had an elected position, or whoever will have an elected position, we want to fill them with light and love. For those who assume power through appointments or through seizing the power that belongs rightfully to someone or something else, we want to love them. Just love them. And all of our heavenly helpers, in whatever form they take, who are here for the good of the planet and humanity, we want to thank them and empower them and ask they work on our behalf in order to bring wholeness, bring light, bring righteousness, bring sovereignty to this planet. This is a free will planet, but there are those who are taking free will away. And we want it restored to its biggest and boldest condition. And we want all of humanity to recognize the power they have to make appropriate, healthy decisions. Never misusing the power, but only to claim their power. And then we give permission to the angels to use this light and love that we have shared so freely. They can share it with anyone and everyone, use it in any way that serves this planet and its people. So be it. Take a deep breath and recognize that anything you send out must come back to you. So just open your heart to receive the love and light back. Receive the empowerment, the wisdom, the support, the help. And when you're ready, just open your eyes to the here and now. And when you're ready, just come back to the here and now. And so, thank you for doing our work. And anybody want to start the conversation? Lots of things have gone on this week. So, anybody want to start? Okay, Jennifer, unmute yourself.
I just want to say it's always like I have so much that I want to come and I want to say things here. And then we do that meditation and it seems like nothing matters anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just in love and it's like, oh, it is whatever.
All the little stuff are like the ants scurrying around, picking up scraps and carrying them back to the nest. When you recognize the larger overview. And Stacy and I were talking today. You know, we know the end game. We know how it's going to turn out. All we don't know is how it's going to unfold. And so that's the place where we're required to have the most patience, the most surrender, the most trust. That just being in the moment and being in that place, that the heart space, then you're going to say and do and be exactly where you need to say and be and do. And trusting that is very important. So, yeah. But prior to the meditation, what would you have liked to talk about? Well, let's finish with Jennifer. Anything you want to share, Jennifer? Otherwise, we'll go on to Josie. Okay. Josie, what would you like to share?
I just want to say I was so happy yesterday when it turned the way it did. He got acquitted. Because for a moment there, I thought they were going to extend it for 10 months, and I was like, oh no, you can't go there. I was like frightened, but
well, don't
out,
go into frighten that, but that empowers the opposition. What you want is to just see it coming to a happy, healthy close. I didn't follow any of it. I just kept seeing it bringing a happy, healthy close to it. And you just keep visioning that in order to bring it to closure.
Yeah, I don't really stay in fear for too long because of those reptilians now, I don't let them in my area anymore. So thanks to you guys, I've got a new mindset with that.
That's
and it
a
helps
wonderful
me so much. So, but yeah, I started watching a little bit of it and I just couldn't take it no more. So I turned it off. I was like, whatever happens is going to be how it turns out.
Yeah.
And I was happy. So
yes, to me, that was like taking the leash off of him. Now we're going, because he had to sort of stay in focus because of until this was settled.
Right.
And it could have gone in any direction.
I know.
Now it's over with. So now we're going to see a bit more active Trump, whatever that unfolds.
I know. Every day it's like, oh, what's going to happen today?
I know.
It is just like a movie.
It is.
I had an analogy that I thought was pretty brilliant. Like we have two sides, right? People always talk about there's a good and evil war going on. It's God versus evil. And it's like we're all soldiers, all of us, but we only have one team to choose. So you have to look at your emotional state of being. Are you staying in love? Are you staying in acceptance? Are you staying out of judgment, out of hatred, right? Are you in the God energy of trust? Or are you in the negative? Are you in the blame? Are you in the duality, the polarity? Are you fighting? Are you judging? Are you condemning? Are you in anger? Because then you're just on the evil side. And what we are is we're all the soldiers. We're all the right? We're here doing our part. But as soldiers, we don't get to know what the details are. We just go out and do our duty, which is fight for our team. And so are you staying in the love? Are you staying in the compassion? Are you staying in the God's energy of service and unconditional love? Or are you serving the dark, the lesser lights with negativity, with hatred, with judgment, with you're wrong, I'm right? Like, and so we only have one team we're on, but it's all about we came here and that's what we got to do. It's not about the details of what's happening and what's going on, because that's what I always want to know.
Yeah.
Releasing, I know it's releasing that I'm just here to do my duty, and I know I'll be guided and internally follow what I'm supposed to be doing by what's being ignited in me. What is that? What is the internal guidance system saying? And staying out of hate. Are you, when we look at Facebook posts, we look at Instagram posts, are we fighting and saying you're wrong because of this, you're wrong because of that? Like, it's just kind of fascinating, but it was a pretty big download. I was like, whoa, that's true, because soldiers don't really know all the details. And nor are you supposed to. You're just here to serve. You're just here to be the love. You're just here to be the light. I'm here to be on both sides, to understand that, yes, how can I serve?
I absolutely agree with you 100%. The only thing that I would do differently is, instead of using the soldier and war and fight analogy, maybe make it a basketball team. And who are you scoring points for? So it doesn't seem as oppositional.
I understand the oppositional part, but at the same time, like on a basketball team, you know the plays. You're trained in all the plays. You know what you're supposed to do.
We're trained in all the plays. We know what we're supposed to do, not consciously, but we have had those. But I understand, and I think it's a great analogy. So,
well, it's either like, are you here for the love badge, and it's Valentine's Day? Anyways.
And I love you all. Bless your heart.
Can't make them very good.
I know Stacy does that very well.
Yeah, she does.
This is my angel, like my wings, the heart.
Oh.
Usually I have some hearts around. Anyway.
Good thing I don't have to bend my thumb on that one. I slammed my thumb in my car door.
Oh no.
On the bruised, but the cut actually healed really well. Thank goodness Mom put on 2 pairs of gloves while I was unloading my vehicle.
No, Mom asked you to put on 2 pair of gloves because it was so cold outside, and you listened to Mother. You're so wise. You listened to Mother and had 2 pair of gloves on when she smashes your thumb.
And it saved my thumb because it was bleeding so intensely through 2 pairs of gloves that it was dripping. It was good.
Yes.
And being frozen helped, because my finger, it was like 12 degrees, 16 degrees.
Yes, we understand how that is. All right. Well, the other thing that for me was interesting this week, people send me all kinds of interesting things, but for some reason, someone sent me something that had all the comparison pictures with Biden and all the different looks that he has. Have you guys seen that?
No.
That was really very dramatic when they have these different pictures of Biden face to face, and you see they look very different. Not just a different look, but very different. Oh, Stacy, yeah, we're supposed to be going private. Thank you.
Okay, that's what I was getting ready to be like. Wait a minute, this feels like yes. And by the way, that's on Signal. Okay, we're gonna go private now. If you'd like to join us, please join us. We love you. Peace and blessings. And may we all be of service to the team of love and laughter and light and bliss and joy, and not in judgment and not in comparison, but in service.
And bless your heart.
All right.
That's what.
And Mayfer, feel free to get on. If you have a screenshot of the Zoom, if you'd like to get on.
And it's the same from week to week. So if and the same on Thursday night, the numbers are always the same. So you can just write it someplace and keep it every week, 6 p.m. Central, etc.
Okay, I love you guys. Thanks for joining. Happy Valentine's Day. And thank you, YouTube. Hope to see you soon.